talked about this before. I think the Cassie lawsuit just opened the floodgates. And there are a lot of people who, over the years, have been whispering about some of these things. And as soon as Cassie filed that lawsuit, it just triggered a cavalcade of other allegations and lawsuits against Diddy. I mean, the only real lone voice who was loud long before Cassie filed the lawsuit was Aubrey O'Day from Danity Kane. And, you know, she feels vindicated. She was in our first Diddy documentary. And, you know, she said, I told you all this many, many years ago. But there were whispers about all of this. But you're right. It never came out. And I agree with you. I think there are going to be statute of limitations issues on a lot of these cases. But, you know, again, because there's a statute of limitations problem doesn't necessarily mean that there won't be a demand put on various people first. And that's kind of the game right now, which is, you know, how much is this about money and how much is this about justice? The two can intersect, but sometimes they don't.
I mean, it's information peddling in a way, without question. I want to play for you, since we're talking so much about celebrities. There are a lot of celebrities who are very connected to Diddy who never did anything wrong. A lot of people went to those white parties in the Hamptons, and they were considered the elite parties. But DeWitt Gilmore said something outright about all the famous people who have shut right up about Diddy's behavior. And I want to play it for you and ask you about it on the other side. Take a look.
There are a lot of people at his parties, and some of the most influential people that we've seen on tape have been Kim Kardashian, have been Al Sharpton, have been T.D. Jakes. All of those people, including Ellen, have all been quiet. It's quiet even since Cassie's beatdown, but they're not speaking out now. They're not speaking out when, I mean, she was beaten up on CNN, for God's sakes. They're not speaking up. Everybody's hush.
Harvey, look, it's hard to ask people who haven't committed any wrongdoing to step into a very sordid story, but does he have a point?
Well, look, I mean, it is true that Hollywood gets loud very quickly in certain cases. They did certainly with Harvey Weinstein and others. They have been very, very silent here.
Give a plug for your book as well. Always in Marie. You can find more of DeWitt's account in his memoir. I told you he's penned over 100 books. The Night Puff Tried to Kill Me. DeWitt Gilmore joining us exclusively tonight.